I remember this screen. Okay, Benjamin, I'm so bad, I couldn't even get out of that thing.
Okay, where are you? There's Pom. So Pom has now glitched himself onto the bottom of the level. Just kind of for fun. But we're gonna actually start the run. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try and talk through the tricks as we run, but no promises, because some of them are weird. So we start out here, because of how my finger hits it. Okay, so we're recording demo.dem. You ready, Pom?
Yeah.
Wait, Pom, can you hear me? Why can't I hear you, Pom?
Hello?
Okay, I can hear you. Okay.
Hi, Pom.
3, 2, 1, stop.
Hello,
That's just a command to skip the video.
Welcome to the Aperture Science
first trick here.
Enrichment Center. Today, you will be testing with a partner.
That was
Please
dumb.
wave to your partner. The upcoming test.
So the first trick here,
as a team to facilitate collaboration. Both
You guys
of
aren't
have
paying
been
attention.
equipped with a ping tool.
Okay.
Blue, please good. Orange, please observe
so
your
the first trick
partner's
is
favorite
that
animal. Good.
if you're in the air when you press your taunt key, you do like a little flip instead of a full taunt. And if you jump and taunt at the exact same time,
Okay.
you can just
Blue,
flip.
please
And
observe
so
your partner's
I have my G key bound to do both at the same time,
choice.
and so I can just flip taunt and use that to save stuff.
Your ping tool can also be used to indicate to your orange is first.
So we
to
just hop
acquire
across
a
there.
Portal. Each device can create 2 self-contained portals. Blue now has a portal device. Finally, calibrating blue's weight. Calibrating orange's
So Pom's
weight.
gonna,
No
yep,
variances
Pom gets off the
detected.
button while I'm still in the doorway, so I get a
Your
boost out of it.
ping tool is invaluable
This is
for
just all, like,
communicating specific locations
Knowing what to
your
do
partner.
really fast.
Weighted cubes calibrated.
Yeah, my God.
No variances detected.
Pom does
Did
that
you
again
know
here.
humans run on weight
Pom's
variances?
normally supposed to get this
If you
cube
want
after I
to
press the
upset
button, but I
human,
can just
just
grab it
say
here.
their weight variance is above
He
or
grabs
below
it,
the norm.
puts on the button.
What?
Yeah. This is like probably... Pom dies there because she's bad.
Oh, can someone reassemble orange?
He just hops across and he can stand on the frame. It's a button. You know, these things don't actually, like, they're solid even when they aren't all the way up. There's confetti. Confetti is good. Oh, shit, okay. Fuck,
Completing
okay.
this course was not a reason to behave like that.
Pom!
Now let's continue testing.
Pom and I tried running, like, each other's roles. We spent the entire run just going to the wrong side. What? This is Pom and I running, and everyone else watching.
Yes, that screen is them running.
Oh. Okay, so I
The
don't
way you
actually need
two
to taunt there, I just do it.
gave up on that test together shows you are really working as a team.
So Pom's just gonna place the portal there, and then I'm just gonna hop like that. Yes. That's the answer to like at least half the questions on why does Pom do something and I don't, is because he's better at b-hopping than I am.
Hello again.
I'm the blue dude.
This testing course was originally
Okay, you don't get
created
it.
for humans. It emphasizes teamwork.
This is pretty standard.
Humans need to be taught teamwork.
Why do you
Excellent.
automatically?
Although great science is always
Why do
the
I
result
automatically
of
what?
collaboration. Keep in mind that, like Albert
Oh,
Einstein
I
and his
press my
cousin
tab whenever I
Terry,
load in, and I have my
history will
tab
only
set up so it
remember
just
one of
turns
you.
on the partner view and doesn't disable it when I release it. Yeah. There was a trick there at the beginning that Pom didn't get. He gets it like half the time. It's kind of a hard trick. If you hop on a button, and hop off of it quick enough, S orange, the button stays on. Here, this is just some fancy portaling. Ball drops, and just stick it through here.
Very good. You've
One
really
goes through the
come
door.
together as a team, thanks to the one of you who appears to be doing all of the work.
Voila! That felt like a pretty good level. You know you're allowed to talk. You don't need to. Oh, that was minus -1 or -1. We play the bongos when we get to the record.
These tests are potentially lethal when communication.
This is just Pom being better at me than aiming.
Wait, what's that? At all times. Naturally, this will pose an interesting challenge for one of you, given the other's performance.
I just
so
wanna
far.
drown.
Oh, eat the cargo.
Pom sets us on fire.
You monster.
I'm slow.
I'm kidding. Destroying them it would compromise the test to divulge individual
That super
scores.
jump's completely
However,
irrelevant, by the way.
I can tell you that
That
at
level we
least
just do
one
really
of
fast
you
normally.
is doing very, very well. Please continue into
Yeah,
the
it's
next
just jumping
test
off stuff.
chamber.
So there's a command. I don't know what it is because Pom's never told me.
I did tell you.
You did? I swear you
Yeah.
didn't.
I did.
That was PB2. Here, someone else take the bongos to play the bongos whenever we PB. Anyhow, there's a command. You don't need cheats on to do it.
I don't know what you
Pom
think
just
you
hops
are
really
doing,
far forward
but I
there to
don't
cancel the
like it.
taunt.
I want you to stop.
If you shoot a portal there,
The two
you
of
don't have to
forged
bother.
an excellent partnership, with one of you handling the cerebral challenges,
Okay, I'm pretty.
and the other
so-
ready to ponderously waddle into action should the test suddenly become a knitting contest.
Yep. Fun fact, you don't need to keep the laser on the spot. You can just hit the laser on the spot once and it's on. Also, you can do that and you have cubes in the levels, which means that you can play catch.
Will be reflected in your final score. For instance, Blue, you just
one.
lost 2 opportunity advisement points.
If you crouch, look straight down and look behind you, the cube in this only works. I don't think it works in single player. I don't know for sure. In multiplayer, it hangs out like. No, that was not. We're green, which means that we're still above. We're still better than our previous best. Okay, this trick's a little bit hard. Let's see if I can hit it first try. Nope. Okay. Watch me miss this like 10 times. Pom's gonna try and b-hop across the gap. This is just where, this is the first level that we just kind of, okay, I'm totally fucking up. Did you get it? Okay, you got it. So then he shoots a portal, oh, okay, I don't have enough speed. Nope. Thanks, Pom, don't die. So normally if we messed up this much, we'd probably restart, but I don't feel like doing that right now, because we're showing you guys. It turns out that you can stand there, like, see, it'll kill you after a little bit, but you can just hang out there. How'd you point at the floor, Pom? Like, it was sideways. Did you see that?
I've been doing that every time.
What? You've been pointing sideways at the floor?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice. Anyhow, yeah, you can just stand there on the water, and so we do that. Normally, I hit that window jump across. Thanks.
Sometimes testing.
Okay, now we just have Monkey and Carl. This other twos are noobs.
I mean, won't even tell you what you were looking for.
Monkey?
You will
Thought it
know
was
it when
Monkey.
you find it.
Okay. This is just some like fancy portaling. Also, you can just hit the. Oh wait, here.
You
This is
managed
important.
to complete this absolutely meaningless test.
My Pom.
Oh, I almost forgot. When you go
got
outside
it.
the testing courses,
So you
the
can-
only
you can
way
get
I
back up here.
retrieve you is to violently disassemble
And
you,
we're just gonna die.
then carefully reassemble you. Luckily, you don't feel
Oh
pain.
shoot, I think I died too soon.
At any rate, you don't have a way to communicate that you feel pain. I consider that a
Oh, okay.
failing, but
I usually try and die while falling in the tube for bonus points. Did you do that? You died, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Plus 2.3, not bad. Lobby 2 is pretty standard. The tricks get progressively cooler as the run goes on. The first stage is really kind of simple stuff.
stop it.
Normally there you would do, I don't remember which taunt it is, I think it's like the laugh taunt or something.
Well, let's do some tests.
Oh, I
and
just
see what
went with you,
happens.
Pom. It's just, it happens. Like, there's a bunch of times throughout the game where you, and that's how you unlock taunts in the game. And, if we taunt like that, it can't call a taunt while we're taunting. Oh, that was plus 0.01. Plus means worse, by the way. Minus is better. This is just like a fast way of doing it.
Test for nothing more than 5 minutes of them walking, followed by me praising them for another 10 minutes.
Oh, you guys both know be hopping, right?
Since you are
Is reportaling? Or no, is this reportaling or is portal boosting?
Portal.
Okay. So in Portal 2.
You did an excellent job placing the edgeless
Okay,
safety
I will
cube
after
in
I
the
get in here.
receptacle. You should be very...
Okay, sounds good.
Oh,
That's
wait.
probably the bigger issue.
That's right, you're not humans.
Good
I can
night.
drop the fake praise.
Um,
You have no idea how
normally,
tiring it
so
is to
in Portal
praise
1,
someone for placing
portals
an
tend to
edgeless
kick you out when
safety
they
cube into a
like
receptacle designed
when they
to exactly
changed,
fit an
and so you
edgeless
could
safety
do
cube.
weird glitches with that. And so in Portal 2, they kick you out and it gives you a little bit of a velocity to bump you out, right? And so there, what we do is if I jump through a portal, so I have upwards velocity as I'm going through, it kicks me and I can jump really far. And Pom just does like a slightly better version of that.
Electrocuted, shocked, drowned, crushed.
This is just a really good version of the stock.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking of all the ways humans can die. You can't die in any of those ways. You just keep testing and testing.
Oh shh.
Well
Pom, I
done.
just barely made that.
Interesting note.
Probably means this was really...
I
Yeah,
only created
you
this
only
test to
cycled me
watch
like twice, I
test
think,
subjects
or
fail,
3 times.
And you didn't.
It worked out, and
You
actually that's
must
probably
be
faster.
Very, very proud. I'm building the
World's smallest trophy for you. That's an infinite fling. Solid stuff. We might be able to get our sum of best under 34 today. We're at 3409.
The best way to build confidence is to first recognize your insecurities.
Does
Can
the
you write down
button
all the
glitch
ways
here?
you feel unworthy,
And he
ashamed,
just jumps on the
Twice in a row.
button.
inferior?
Nice. He gets it twice in a row most of the time, so it's not actually
Just
impressive.
look at how
It's more
much
impressive
better
when
Wow.
he gets it once in a row.
Blue.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of
You are
impressive.
very good.
Don't
at
sell me
being
out
an
like that.
example.
He dies there because it's faster
It
for
makes
him
it
to
known,
die
but
and
how is
respawn
this even
than to walk all the way back up.
Without the possibility of death.
Oh, and he just walks to... There's like a specific spot you line up and you can jump up and hit the button up top. So he pretty much carries that level. All I do is carry the ball. That's like... not half. It's probably like a third of the levels are like that. A third are we both do stuff. And then like, I probably... like, there's probably a fifth or sixth of the levels that I actually do the more important stuff.
I lied. There are 5,000 other
What?
two-subject teams.
Oh.
In
I don't know what
direct
happened. I
competition
kinda
with
got
you,
stuck.
But don't worry. You are in the lead.
This is pretty straightforward.
Begin
Yeah.
juggling
New test.
In
3, 2,
1.
1. Okay, that's a slow B hop. Catapults is my favorite. I think my favorite level? I don't know. It's my favorite early level. It's just, it's gonna be really fast placed stuff.
Did you notice I
Yeah.
didn't even stay to the end of your
So,
last test?
it starts
I was
by me going
confident you
through,
could finish. Do
Pom
you
goes
know
through,
where
that's
I
just-
was? I was
That's the
outside
easiest
watching
puzzle in the
some
game. I don't
dirt
actually know
fall.
why that's actually a puzzle.
You don't even care
I shoot
about the
portals here.
outside, do you?
Pom jumps through there, shoots a portal there. I go through, shoot a portal there, and the blue portal's on the catapult, so you can come through like that. Then he shoots a portal there, and a portal around the corner. And I just go up. I taunt here because normally it forces you to taunt. He grabs the cube, because if you're holding the cube, you can't taunt.
Dances around like an imbecile when
We
they
actually, I
accomplish
assume someone else has figured that out too, but we figured that out
humans.
a while back.
That's what you look like
It used to
right
be that
now.
both of us
You're
air taunted.
better than that.
So there are a few points where you...
Yeah, it makes you taunt, yeah. Yeah.
So do you actually use the camera?
I have accidentally used it a couple times. I don't
If your
intentionally use it because
confidence
it's
is
hard to
still
hit.
not high enough,
We don't have a
remember,
consistent
no one
lineup
is
for it.
created perfect. Even
This
I
trick
was
I used to
created with
be
imperfection. I
really
was
good at.
given
I
too
used to
much
get that
empathy with human
all the time.
suffering,
There,
but
I just got it.
overcame my
Go.
handicap. That's a true story.
So that's relatively straightforward. Yeah. How?
How did I do that?
I don't really know, to be honest.
I have to go back. I think that's the first time I've ever done that.
I've never seen that before. Normally, Pom doesn't fall off the port. So he just does this. You know, just shoots a portal there. It's a pretty cool glitch. As soon as he's through that door, I can take the cube off. The third part of this needs a cube, but we already have one, and it's way faster. I've seen a run where they retrieve the cube. Fun fact, the cube flies faster than me, and so I'd let go of the cube. Yeah.
Congratulations on completing that
Oh,
last
by the way,
task.
cube Pom.
But I find something troubling without the looming consequence
There
of
was a
death.
really long time where every
Is
single
this
time the
even
cube was in the air, I
science?
would remind him that it was flying.
Do it the past couple times.
Yeah. It's good you missed it once, and so I started doing it then.
That was because the cube flew in the opposite direction.
Okay, you've missed it a couple times because of that. You missed it once just... Oh, you pointed at it! You pressed
Your
F
tests
instead
have
of
shown
E.
you are going too slowly.
This is pretty
Maybe
cool.
you are
Normally you're
getting
supposed to hit
human
both buttons.
emotions.
Oh,
Do you
how
need
did I
real
miss?
encouragement?
Yep.
Let's see if
I don't
this
understand,
works.
I'm going.
Blue, you are the most
But you don't
advanced
actually have to hit
model
2
of robot
buttons, you just have to hit
aperture
1 button
science
twice.
has ever discontinued.
Pom just does that, and we just skip. I don't actually know how to solve that puzzle.
Excellent. I think you have earned a break from the official testing
There's a pressure plate up on the wall, right? And so I portal here and here. He jumps out of that, does a little strafe, the right amount of strafe, jumps into this portal, flies out of this portal and hits this point, or hits the pressure plate, which shoots him down that way. Then he shoots a portal here. I grab the cube, come through, drop it on the thing so it launches up and hits the button. I go back through the portal, which he's now placed the other end above the door, and I come out by the door. I used to have to b-hop over before we figured out that you could just do that portal.
You
But
always
I
get
got,
crushed.
yeah, I only got crushed like twice. But
That's
it's
too many
terrifying.
times, though.
That door crushes you if it shuts on you, and it's only open for like 2
This is
seconds.
just a thought
It's like
experiment. Just
close.
to see how much time you'll waste thinking about these worthless
Just turns off the
documents.
laser.
The correct time
The
is
sparks
0
mean that the
seconds.
fan isn't as deadly. It's still kind of deadly.
Ooh, I got out of bounds here again. No, I don't. Never mind.
I'm slow on this, so. Okay, not too slow. I just do that part myself instead of waiting for Pom, because Pom never gets there. Do you want me to wait to... Can you guys really see his screen at all? Okay. He has a way
Oh, I
to
did.
get...
Very
Yeah, he
good.
does that thing
You found those
where he
useless blueprints.
b-hops off some railings
Well, I
and
need
strays
you to
right,
be in the room so
and then
I
he
can
falls
see
down
them.
here,
I want to be clear. There's no reason whatsoever for you
and now
to
he's on the
look
floor
at
of the
them.
level.
Done. I guess. I suppose.
I'm surprised you were able to do that after dying on your first try.
Yeah. I usually don't get it.
Yeah, here, I can turn my monitor like this if that helps see. Come on.
I don't know what you think you are doing, but I don't like it. I want you to stop.
I let Pom be out
Maybe I
there
shouldn't
so
send
he
you outside of
doesn't
the official testing
get so down,
courses.
even though I think I blocked him
You are
for
picking up
there.
some bad human traits.
True. Doop.
And trust me, humans only
Relatively
have one
straightforward
good
lobby.
trait.
That was the second section in a row that we had a plus 0.53.
This course was created and then abandoned by
Light bridges are
humans.
kind of cool.
They tend to do that.
There's some weird, like
Create
this
something
isn't gonna make a
wonderful
lot of
and
sense
then
without
abandon
knowing the
it.
levels. I
Do
wait
you
for
know
Pom
why
to
they
shoot a portal over
abandoned
here.
this course?
I just walk through, portal there, he walks back
Deadly.
through, we walk through, and we're at the end of the first half.
I assume.
I have no idea how you're supposed to do it, but I assume so too. I just do this, and grab the ball. Pom's supposed to do this, but he doesn't know how.
Stop.
Have you worked out the one
Yeah,
good
it's
trait
at a
humans
harder
have
strafe
yet?
than it
Let me
looks.
give you a clue.
Or, it's not a harder strafe than it looks. Like,
You can't
your
do.
instinct isn't to strafe the way you need to actually make it work. You have to strafe kind of slow and weird. You can see Pom taunting in the background there. The taunt command. I don't know what the command is. What's the command?
I told you.
I don't. Tell me
I don't
again.
remember what it is because I just have it about.
Oh, fair enough.
I I thought going back to these old tests would satisfy
We just...
me. But try as you might to fail
Lift
this
Pom up.
next
I know
test,
Tom isn't the name of it,
still
though.
won't be
Do I need to get
satisfied.
higher?
That'll help.
Okay. I drop him down. We walk through, he drops it down. I'm gonna wall slide because it's just almost as fast as bee hopping.
You did very well.
So if you
The
walk
humans
normally,
closed
you
this test
go...
because they said it was too
I forget how
deadly.
fast it is, like
I thought they would have
175.
moved it into
But
the
if you
testing
walk
track
forward
Hall
and
of
hold
Fame
left
for
into a wall, you go
Not
like
let it
250.
deteriorate.
Just because. So that's called wall sliding or wall walking, and you just walk pressing against the wall and you go faster. I don't know if wall walking is. Bee hopping is very common. Most games have bee hopping or accelerated back hopping, which is an even stupider mechanic. I'll explain it later.
One of my
It's
best
actually
tests,
dumb.
and they let
Like, I'm-
plants grow here. Can you believe this? You
It's
can't
like
test
software core,
plants.
except
We
it's a
tried.
Valve engine.
They
So it's
just
software
sit
core.
there, never showing pain nor fear. That isn't science.
This is one of the tricks I can do in Pom can't, and I missed. This is the second time I've missed it, like total. Oh, I shot this portal off center.
Excellent work. If you were human, you would
That one
want
I
a
figured out
reward for
back when I was
completing this
just playing
test.
through with Adam.
A reward for testing. At least the plants didn't want a reward.
It slows you down, right? It's a little bit different than that. It accelerates, yeah. It accelerates you in the direction you aren't moving,
Follow the arrows.
or so like if you're moving
I
backwards,
know how
it
it works.
accelerates
Do
you
you want me to
forward.
explain it?
No, I understand how it works.
It doesn't sound like you do.
I do. Pretty much, if you aren't moving in any direction, like if you aren't pressing any movement keys, the game just assumes that you're trying to move forward, and so
Yeah,
it
no,
will.
that's wrong, Dub.
What? That's how it works.
No, it isn't how it
Okay,
works.
how does it work?
It sees your velocity, but it doesn't know which direction the velocity is in, so it just assumes you're moving forward and tries to slow you down. But by trying to slow you down, it gives you backwards moment, which just accelerates you farther backward.
You do like a little squirrely queue and then start accelerating backwards at pretty much not an exponential rate. Pom just goes through space there.
I ran the numbers.
It's an out of bounds thing.
Deadly was more cost effective.
I just shoot the
One
portal.
out of bounds thing in this run.
Yeah, that's the only one. It used to be co-op had more out of bounds than single player, because single player didn't have any out of bounds, but now it's not true. Just gets launched like that. Normally he hits that B hub. Shoots the light bridge there. As soon as Pom hits that, I get through, don't bonk my head. I just the curse has been passed on. I used to bonk my head. I would go bang into the ceiling and then go through every single time.
He refused. I understand. That would be like
No,
asking
go through
me
the
not to
portal.
test. Still, that would have been exciting.
Oh, the principal glitch in that is that if you go all the way to the end of light bridge and stand on the thing that generates the light bridge, like kind of on one end, you can shoot the portal up, like across a corner, so you don't. The emancipation grill's not in the way. Yeah, PB.
This is a bridge building exercise.
Thank you.
The humans were miserable at this.
This is
Mostly
turret
because
walls.
you can't build
Kinda
bridges
cool.
out of tears.
I just saw my hops. This is just some fancy portaling.
No one has ever completed this test before. The humans must have reconfigured it from my original plans.
I love the tests where the others is like, you're going so slow, when we completed it in like 40 seconds.
In Portal 1, there's a stage where GLaDOS has a voice line that says you're going too slowly, but by the time she finishes, that you're already done with the.
Oh, I forgot about that.
If you are wondering what that smell is, that is the smell of human fear. I miss
Pom
that
just
smell.
does a little fancy portaling there. I just go up here, Good shot across. This is Turret Assassin, which is we probably will die on. I think we've made it through this level like once without neither of us dying. Without either of us dying. So that's just I block everything. We shoot a portal in the very top corner.
Go.
Congratulations.
One of us is dead.
I am sure if I had the time
Holy
to
shit.
prepare these tests,
Okay.
you would have never completed them. So again,
That might be a PB, yeah, actually, that was a really good run of that.
broken, easy tests.
Yeah. So someone figured out, so if you shoot in the very corner of panels, you can often bump a portal into the corner even when the game tries to put it in the middle. And that's used on a lot. That was minus 2.5, these are actually decently large PBs.
Yeah, that was.
I am going to risk having you go outside the official.
This is, which out of bounds is this? Oh yeah, this one.
Accidentally forgot to put
B-ball.
security DVD
Yeah, this is
in the
B-ball.
player. I am sure it happened by accident. But why don't you put it back in the player? For safety.
Ready? B-ball.
What? Nice.
Okay, normally I'm not that bad at B-ball.
Dub!
Let's make.
So I just do that portal thing to get ahead of Pom so I can turn on the light bridge so he can do the trick. Watch Pom's screen because it's way more interesting than mine. You have bridge now. He just does this. Up.
Not bad.
Didn't work? Just keep watching his screen. I'm going to walk in here. So if you place the light bridge when the ball's in the light bridge, the ball just drops straight down. There's an even nuttier way you can do that level. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. This is there's a camera hidden right there. You make it? Yeah, Pom made it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna try and jump on the camera?
I'm gonna see if I can. Here, let me. That's not my advantage. Here, let me.
In just a moment, the word
I'm gonna stand
block
inside here so we don't
will
soft
be
lock.
repeated
Oh, right. I
over
didn't
and
quite hit the
over
camera.
again.
You can't actually
If
jump
at
over
some
this
point
railing, and
you
it's
hear
kind of
a
hard to get
number
around.
rather than the word
But
block,
normally you just be hop over.
ignore
There's a
it.
camera you can
It
hit
is
in
not
midair there.
important.
Today's security
I
code
don't know what
is
Pom's doing.
533
Just looking at you die.
18.
Oh, 625. We're still in the negative somehow. Like overall, the negative times here mean compared to our previous best, or not our, or yeah, like our best overall. Taunt. We don't actually
I
need to
never
taunt there. I just
expected
always
you
say
to
taunt.
make it this far. To be honest, after
Easy
your
trick.
performance in the
Pom's
calibration
died like
test,
4 times on that.
I was ready to break down
no.
your cores
3 times.
and
Like
put
2.
them back in the
3.
scientific calculators
No.
I took
You
them
died
from.
twice in a row, and then you
two
once
have
died
become
another time.
Quite the team.
I've died twice in a row too, but like Pom's actually so like good at b-hopping, so it's a lot funnier if he does it.
You have no proof of it.
I have the VODs. I have like 400 or like I have 100
Since I
gigabytes of
never
VODs.
expected you to
of
make
us
Yeah,
it
during the
this
portal.
finding it through all
I
that.
had to build this new course just for you.
Okay, ready?
I have noticed
I
that you
believe
two
him
have
sitting
become
around.
extremely close. I'm not
so-
sure I like that.
What? What?
Okay, so if you're stationary in a funnel, like your velocity 0, which is why I have my velocity up here,
Test chamber
that actually might be,
completed.
well,
In
that
the
probably
interest
wasn't
of
PB because we
science,
were
the
really good, but that
Enrichment
was a
Center
pretty decent one.
proudly presents the following list of numbers.
If you're going
9,
0 in a
7,
funnel,
50,
crouch
3,
or uncrouch. You just need to toggle your couch state,
7.
stop moving again, you float. As long as you don't uncrouch. Yeah. It's just a thing. You can do it. It's the second stupidest glitch that we do. The stupidest I'll point out. No. It's not actually a glitch, it's just a
I've been
level
listening
flaw
to Orange
that we
talk,
exploit.
and I don't
This
know
one we
how
just
you
do
put up
really
with it.
fast.
I really don't. You have the patience of a saint.
So Pom stands on the button, he puts a portal there to catch the ball as I drop it. And then I shoot a portal there. And there. And don't walk into the water. I've walked into the water there before.
I've never
I
done
can't
that.
bite my tongue anymore.
Yeah.
You could solve
This
this,
is
puzzle
this is like
faster on your own.
Pom, get in your tube.
Orange is
Fine.
dragging you
Voice
down.
line is all.
There, I've said it.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a long voice line. I'm spinning really fast, by the way. Yeah, as we get later in the game, we do less and less legit stuff. I think in stage 5, we don't do any legit runs. In like the first parts, we do probably a half, like a third of them are half.
Lou and I were just discussing your behavior on the last few tests. I have to agree. Orange
Yeah, it's 3402. This is a. Is this a good cube? Yes.
While teamwork is needed to complete these
No.
tests.
We placed two portals on the same surface next to each other where you aren't really supposed to be able to do that, but you can do it by placing them in the portals. So we have the funnel coming from Pom's funnel or Pom's portal, and we have the my portal, so we can get into the funnel, and then we just float across the level, like in the funnel. Yeah. That was PB. This is just another float.
You usually mess up.
Sorry,
I've only messed this up like no, I messed up
You
the
mess up
easier
the
floats.
taunt.
Go. Oh yeah, I do. There's a taunt queue here, and so you have to air taunt.
I thought you messed it up there.
Yeah, well, I didn't even have the camera. I just like had the third person taunt. That probably was PB because that was a pretty fast set. You'll hear it by the bongo. Just watch for yellow there. Nope.
The number down.
Orange. How well do you
Oh my god, that was a slow B hop. Okay,
Do you trust
we just do a float here. You can B hop across this gap, but it's like a very, very good B hop. I don't know if it's like a perfect B hop, but it's close to it. So we just float it because that's more consistent. It costs us like an extra probably 10 or 15 seconds.
To be clear,
Unless we do that.
I was asking if Orange trusted
No one
you.
actually does the B
I
hop
trust
in
you.
a regular
You are my
run, but in
favorite
segmented runs where you're
cooperative
doing
testing
where you
subject.
get each level as fast as possible and then tack them all together, they do it the B hop way because that's just straight up faster. There's some weird strats used in segmented because you can use like any strat you can think of for a level, even if it's impossibly hard, as long as you can actually get it once.
Lou, I agree. I never noticed that about
Let's do a nice
Orange
float.
before. Orange, is there something you would like to say?
I think this is. Oh, I'm really slow here. I'm gonna go out and around actually, just to speed this up. The reason I have to go out and around there is because if you run into the top of that barrier thingy that was right in front of me when I started, you stand on it. And that kills your float.
If Orange had said those things about me,
I was
Orange
not
would
taunted.
never make
Oh,
it
I
to
have
the
a
next
glass
reassembly
and
station.
top hat. What? Buy them. I just spent like $10 and got the full pack of everything in Portal. Oh, that's PB. That was really soothing bongo
You
pump.
both made it.
Just
Oh,
cheat.
you
It
agree.
seems no matter what I try to do
Put it
to
in my
pull you
bongo,
apart or
that's for
destroy
sure.
you just keep going.
Pom just goes over
Keep
here,
testing.
hops on
Don't
the
either of you
button.
have drive to be better
Nice.
than the other?
Oh, you only
It's
got
like
it once in
you're
a row.
just machines.
Not really in a row, if it's once.
Oh, I got a twist
There you
now.
got it. I just
Yes,
go up,
I know you did
then he
that,
just does
Blue.
the same thing.
Don't look so
The things down.
proud. At the start of this course, I was worried you were becoming too close. But in my attempt to drive you apart, I learned something important about trust and betrayal. Your brains are too small to feel either of those
I
emotions.
see you, Pom.
So
I
I
see
can
you.
trust you 100%.
So there's the plus left and plus right commands which rotate the camera. They're they're archaic. No one uses them. But you can set the speed at which it rotates with the plus left and plus right commands. And Pom just has a stupidly high speed. It was plus 6.85. I don't know where we cost that much.
This is the last test for the standard course.
This is one of my
It's
favorite
just something
glitches.
I
Pom
whipped
just
up
goes
for
and
you.
floats. If
I
he can
thought
hit
you
it,
might enjoy
I
a
do this.
challenge for once.
Oh, when you're ready. He just floats up.
Ready.
Go, 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 go. And he tries to grab the cube. Yep.
Got it.
Okay. Wait for me to get over to drop it in. Coming. Okay, thanks. Normally when I land on the cube, I grab it because of a portal mechanic where if you're moving a certain speed, you auto-grab anything in front of you.
Before we can go any further, I will need you
It's
to
so that,
complete
like,
one more test
it makes
outside of
puzzles
the
easier
standard
for
testing
noobs.
track.
But it
Please
means that I
refrain
grab
from
the
doing
button,
those
or the cube
childish
off the button.
gestures while
I think
you
that might have
are
been
out
PB. We got the tricks on that really fast.
You can also grab the cube through the wall because sword.
That was,
We
River.
need to find the power station at
River.
the end of this course.
Person I'm working on RGL stuff
The
with.
humans must have accidentally disconnected it from my grid. I am sure it was just a clerical error.
So Pom just floats across.
Oh, those clerks.
I stand here, he drops out, watch his cam. He shoots there, and I do this.
Did you think the
And then-
electrical switch was down
Hopefully
there?
those guys don't run into me. They will run into me and knock me out of the funnel, and then I have to like hop over them repeatedly. It's pretty much just playing treadmill. So we just go to the end of the level.
You did it.
There's two entire
powered on
puzzles
the
that we didn't
system.
do, including to
I'm
like we
fully
skipped one puzzle, and then
connected.
there's just like two puzzles
I
behind
can
that wall
see
that we didn't even go to.
everything. See, nothing bad happened. Excellent.
And then we die. I think that was a pretty decent warehouse. Yep. We're better than 34.
Nice. But not really.
Huh.
Congratulations
This is pretty fun.
on completing the Aperture Science Standard Cooperative Testing
Because we get to point at
courses.
lights.
To celebrate,
That's the main.
I have a surprise
main
for
exciting
you.
thing, to be
An
honest.
extra special
That's
what
bonus
Star's job
course
used to
that
be.
ends with
So-
us finding and freeing
So the
humans.
level 5 is out there. Actually, the level 5 is right there, but the way to get to level 5 is out there, and it's coming in. It shows up here. You can't place portals immediately, so you can't like be ready, because there's going to be the launch plate that launches over to that port. Also, fun fact,
They'll
you can
probably
point to
throw you a
lights.
party.
These lights, I don't know why. You can just do it. So we just that. It saves like half a second over doing it in the normal way. Hey, speedrunning. Tom can stand at the top. I can stand at the top too. I'm not very good at it. The problem is if both of us stand at the top, neither of us falls down and hits the trigger to load the next level. We haven't ever had that happen though because we aren't good enough at standing at the top of stuff. For fun.
This final course is training to reach the human vault. So this actually has a purpose. Those other courses were fun, but let's be honest. I need
This is
human
just some,
test subjects
like-
for it to be science.
Optimized shit. I'll go to yellow. Oh wait, I have to. Sorry.
Congratulations on
That's like
completing the test.
semi-legit.
You two
No, it's
really
not
are
actually
the
because
best
I
cooperative
jump up and
testing
hit the
team I
button.
could ever ask for.
This is where stuff gets real. These bugs are the real shit.
Are you curious about the humans?
No, we're gonna finish
It
this up, I
seems
think.
some of the last non-testing
So,
humans
turns out
alive
you can shoot
tried
through the
to
floor.
secretly imprison other humans and hide their tracks. I think they wanted to punish them by not allowing me to include them in testing. That's why humans couldn't complete these courses.
I have no idea how Valve
They
messed up
treat their
that.
friends
You
as
just do some
enemies.
bouncing.
To start preparing for human testing again, I checked an old suggestion box. The
There's a
number one
funnel in that level,
request, less
I think.
deadly tests.
I don't know what it's for.
That's ridiculous. How do they know
That's
for
how
sure
I've
the
always
tests
done
are
it.
deadly if they could still write the suggestion?
I want to race you guys sometimes. You like play the first 2 levels also.
You have to do it by yourself.
What? No, I don't know how to do single multiplayer. It's a thing though, and they're really fast at it. Pom just falls down and stands there, like on the bottom of the world, shoots a portal into the end of the level. He dies, he comes back, spawns. I walk through on the light bridge here, and then I shoot here, and we just do. Okay, I missed it.
Do it if you're bad.
Yeah, I know, right? that.
Lucky for you two. While I can't control the
Thanks for
world
the thumbs
outside
down
of the
vote. I'll
testing
vote you
courses,
4 out
the
of 5 on Yelp.
reassembly machine can continue with his work. You will need him for the final track. I didn't mean to
Not
make you
really
feel
sure
bad
about
earlier
that.
about your tests not being real science. I guess finding out they weren't science was some sort
So
of
I pressed my
test in and of
5 key
itself.
there. So Portal normally tries to put you into the middle of
Congratulations on passing
portals
that
to make it
test.
easier to go through them. You can turn that off and on. It's allowed, the command. It doesn't do much, but it makes it easier to do that trick. And we just...
I wonder if the humans will make a statue of me for rescuing
What? He just walked there.
Oh,
He was
don't
standing
worry.
ready to go
If
through
they
as soon
ever
as I
write
shot
an
my portal.
historical document of my heroic rescue,
So
will
I
make
set up the
sure
portals there.
your
He
names
does.
are
He goes through.
included in the footnotes.
Propulsion cut. This is the stupidest
I
bug.
will receive all the
I'll
glory
tell
for
you
the
when it is.
rescue.
I'll tell you
Don't
to
think
watch
you two
Pom
are
screen.
going to get something. The
Not
bond
yet.
we formed during these tests
Okay,
will
call it.
last a lifetime.
Oh, you were actually okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
I just set that on the edge. Right, I come here. Walk down, watch Pom screen. He just shoots a portal back into the level from outside the level. Walks down here. We walk through here. I just go grab the cube.
At the rate you are completing these tests, I am beginning to think you don't share my excitement for rescuing crying, trapped, injured, dying humans.
Yeah,
If
so
that
I don't
doesn't
know how
motivate
about
you,
that.
I'm not sure what will.
It's pretty big deal. Oh no, they don't do that, but they do try and minimize glitches.
Maybe you two have never met humans.
This is
They
just
are
some
as
fancy
bad as
shit.
you might think.
And I'm probably
Smelly,
gonna die for it,
gross,
but okay.
annoying,
Ready?
often wanting to try and kill you. But they do make great test subjects.
So yeah, portal's not ready. Okay, it's ready. Does that.
We are only
He
two
stands on that
tests
little
away from
square of
reaching the
orange gel
humans.
and
Are
just
you as
sets
excited
like
as
lines
I
up his
am?
crosshair exactly while standing in the right place and just presses W and he shoots out over the surface and lands in the portal and gets shot to the end. Also,
Only one more test after this. I know your cores are reused from calculation machines, built for simple mathematical operations and not for testing.
Go.
But if we can rescue the humans, I promise you
Your Pom
something
messes up
to
on his trick.
add.
You have
Maybe
enough time.
even
Yeah.
subtract.
maybe. It's gonna be really tight. Okay. Just wait for next cycle. Okay, they're up. So if you crouch, then accelerate like that. If you crouch, you can get going full speed on, like you crouch, get moving full crouch speed on orange
In
gel,
case you're worried
and then
about the
stand up,
humans,
you
don't
immediately
be.
go full
They aren't all
running speed
monsters.
on orange gel,
Most of them
and so
are
you can
simply
build up
good
speed
test
really
subjects.
fast on orange gel.
I believe the ratio
And so
of good
then he
test
just goes through the
subjects to
portals and does that
monsters
trick.
is
Without, I
about
don't actually know how you're supposed
a
to do the
million
rest.
to one.
It's a common theme.
Yeah, particularly in this part of the run. It's just like, I have no idea what the fuck you're supposed to actually do. This is some
I
cool
don't
shit.
know how to do it the normal way. Is it really cheating?
We're on Vault Entrance, Pom. Also, I think we're actually,
The
this is a
human
pretty
vault
good
is
run,
just
so
past
let's
that opening.
do the good shit.
I entered the security code, but the vault door remains locked.
Cube good.
I am going to need you
Turret
to
Turret
activate
bad.
the manual locks on the vault door.
Okay, so we just go up here. Turret shoots me a little bit.
You nearly shot me off.
Okay, go. We just kind of skip the entire beginning part. Walk through some portals. Pom goes up there and shoots a portal to the kind of the end. This is my half. Pom goes does something else. I hit both of those switches. It's Sprite. You know, you can do that. It sprays orange gel. Normally, so there is a trick that you can like strafe on this, and you can build up enough speed to make it all the way to the end. Also, Pom, this is a cool trick. Can jump on the gel to get into the where the funnel is, which you aren't supposed to get into, and just floats up to the top where the button is.
Something is wrong. This door should be opening.
There we are. Pom,
What?
you know what our time was?
What?
36:37.
What?
Yeah, we knocked 2 minutes off our run.
I think I put this on top of it, you know.
That was a really good run. Holy shit.
Alright, I'll be back.